When one woman's cat started begging to go outside again one night, she told him a firm no. But the feline was being so persistent that she ended up opening her door anyway. And that's when she realized her perceptive pet had been trying to show her something. Fran Swayze and her cat, Bandit, live in the city of Cleburne. It was 9:30 p.m. and already dark. Swayze had already taken Bandit out for his daily dose of fresh air. In fact, she and her daughter, Marilyn Gravel, were preparing to retire to bed. The unusually frisky feline, however, seemed keen to go outside again. He turns around and looks at me and goes meow and sits down and waits for me to go to the door. At first, she refused to indulge Bandit's unusual request. But he was persistent, and in the end she went to see why Bandit was so intent on going back outside. She eventually relented, however, and opened the door for her pet. But what he did next was puzzling. Swayze explained, instead of him walking around the atrium like he normally does, he walked straight down to the far end of the building. Intrigued, Swayze decided to follow Bandit down the hall. As she did so, she got the sense that he was trying to lead her somewhere. Then, without warning, Bandit shot off and stuck his head through a set of railings looking down into the atrium. Swayze followed behind and also peered over the balcony, and what she saw came as quite a shock. Bandit had led her to a worrying scene. Down below, there was a woman lying prone in a garden on the ground floor of the apartment complex. And the woman was crying out for help, which Swayze believes Bandit could have picked up on from within her home. The lady in question was Swayze's neighbor, Mary Baker. Baker had been out in the garden with her dachshund, Sugar, because her dog had needed to do its business. And when Sugar had finished, the pair started heading back to their apartment. However, Baker never made it all the way back to her home. Due to her diabetes, she had collapsed in the entrance hall. Her blood sugar had dropped so low that she had lost consciousness. When Baker came round, though, she was relieved to see 4 friendly faces, including her dog and Bandit, looking down at her. But though Swayze and her daughter had called for an ambulance, Baker decided against going to the emergency room. Instead, she accepted an invite to a neighboring apartment. There, she enjoyed a glass of orange juice and recovered from her dramatic fall. Happily, Baker sustained no major injuries from her ordeal, and she was truly thankful to have escaped the incident relatively unscathed.